Mayhaps.
Mayhappy.
Mayhappies.
Mayhap.
It's time.
Hap hap.
Hap hap. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome to another episode of War of the Shattered Sun. I am your humble, dumble master, as always, the one and only Puting Bestri, the farting tot, joined by my crew of downtime doers, who are probably going to be very sad this session with all the shit they're about to uncover.
What?
Smile.
Oh, dear.
What?
Smile.
This
I'm not
wasn't supposed to be a sad session.
Foreshadowing.
This was a
Smile.
downtime session.
Yes, I know we're still at the starting screen. I haven't moved it
How
yet,
dare
Jay
you?
Frost.
I'm sorry. I just thought you
We
Well,
just started.
We have order has already broken through. We have the Pugyard Dogs, the CGs, the Joe Mojos, the J Frost 747s, and the Wicked River 97s. The Sarahs will be here at some point, but until then, we must commence. Roll! Roll!
Got me with my pants down.
Roll!
Hey, yo.
Stop. Drop.
15.
9.
Fuck you.
Good.
Damn it.
7.
9.
3.
Nice.
Praise Jesus.
One of those rolls I'm really excited about. Because it's an omen as to what's about to happen.
I hate that.
Smile. Don't worry, River. Spoilers, it's not you.
Well, I figured as much. I wasn't the lowest.
It's me. It's okay.
So, let's go ahead and kick things off. As we are running just a tiny bit behind, and as there was already a bunch of stuff that we need to do today, we are going to go ahead and we're actually going to gracefully skip over our recap for today. I know, a rare commodity in this economy, but we're going to do it nonetheless. Let's go ahead, and if you guys remember, at the end of the last session, a certain Goliath Paladin received a message from a relative. Rovan, you received a message from your mother stating that she had a gift for you and would like for you to come see her.
Definitely not gonna refuse the summons, considering, when mom calls, you pick up the phone.
Yes.
You'll die if you don't.
We'll circumvent the whole, you having to get there sort of thing. You're able to find somebody to take you, because there's plenty of them at this point. The question is, do you bring anyone along with you? Because I know you mentioned to me in private that you might want to bring Kieran along.
Yeah, just so that way it's like, hey, just be like, get the family to meet with Kieran again, just, I think that'll just be it. I want everybody else to have their own time with stuff. So.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely going.
You, alongside Kieran, you are able to make your way to your family home, House Sionis, in the city of Aramor. You knock on the door, and mere moments later, the door is answered by your mother, who looks to you and goes, "Oh, Rovan, my dear sweet boy, come here." And she pulls you into a hug, and then she looks at Kieran, and she goes, "Oh, my dear sweet Kieran, thank you for coming to see us again, dear." And Kieran, still a little embarrassed, goes, It's good to see you, Miss Sionis. I hope things are treating you well." Yes, as a matter of fact, Rovan, my dear, I have a surprise for you. Well, I should say...
Surprise?
I should say, we have a surprise for you. Come in.
We? What? No, okay.
She takes you by the hand, and she starts escorting you into a sort of seating chamber where you spent many a holiday and celebration inside this room. There's a wonderful fireplace roaring in the corner.
Hey. Well, they're waiting. Ravon's kind of.
Did I say in the corner up against the wall?
Corner, wall, same thing.
There's a fire in the corner!
Yeah! Arson! Thanks, Helenesta. But while they're waiting, Ravon's gonna pull out the alchemy jug, and he's gonna pour out some apple cider. Not going boozy, but gonna go just with a nice fresh apple cider. It's good for the cleanse.
Oh, my dear, you also had the foresight to bring refreshments. Wonderful. I don't know if you're busy, but I would like possibly for you to stay for dinner, if possible. If not, don't worry. I know you're a busy man. But wait right here. I have someone to show you.
Okay. While this is going on, he's gonna look to Kieran and he's gonna check to see how she's holding up.
She's doing fine. As your mom kind of leaves, she kind of looks to you and kind of like shrugs and purses her lips a bit. Something's got her really excited.
Yes, I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what's going on. But if it's making mother happy, who am I to? But are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. Your family is wonderful. They've always treated me with a very high amount of respect, which I appreciate.
It is alright. Besides, if either myself or Typhus were to act up, I'm pretty sure Mother or Helenesta would, well... And he kind of flashes back to at least being disciplined a few times by Mom with a sandal. There is inhumane dread in his heart.
Ravon, a few minutes go by, and you hear two sets of footsteps approaching. One is the dainty, graceful footsteps of your mother, and the other is heavy, bolsterous. You presume it to be your brother. And when you turn to see the two of them enter, you are taken aback, as she did not arrive with your brother. Standing there in the flesh, no armor, having stripped it in what appears to be some pretty bog standard clothing. You still see him wear these sort of clothes around the house during his time here, but it's been an age. Your father. Surprise! Your father is finally home after his long journey. And your father, bolsterous as you remember, "Oh, my son, come here, you." And he comes up to you and proceeds to go in for a big, bulky hug. What do you do?
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
If I'm being embraced in this hug, am I facing Mom or is my face hidden?
Your face would be facing your mom.
There will be general dumbstruckingness on him. So he will be polite.
Mm-hmm.
But back of his mind, Ravon is already calculating, like, okay, bad. This is bad. Very bad.
You return the gesture and you take your father into a big hug. You are well familiar with your father's hugs of legacy. He has a bit of a name for himself with the hugs that he gives, and it kind of fills your mind with a number of memories. Or it would, at least. Except for the deal that you made. You, currently in this time, cannot recall a memory where your father has hugged you. Not once.
Could I recall a memory of him hugging me painfully at Dragon's Reach? By when he tried to snap my spine?
You could recall that.
Alright, thank you. I greatly appreciate you letting me keep that.
Look, man, I'm not the one who decided to give up the comforting memories of his father. Alright? I didn't do that. That was you.
Oh, no. Look, I'm speedrunning this Greek tragedy. Let's fucking go.
Just good to see you, lad. How have you been? Look at this armor! By the gods, Atlas himself, I'm sure, is struck with envy.
You could say that. It's a shame that Hyas himself was not able to see its forging.
A shame, truly. But it is good to see you again, son. I apologize for being away from home for so long, and I apologize as I cannot remain for a terribly long amount of time.
Leaving so soon?
Yes, unfortunately, we have our own battles to fight, our own wars to win.
Funny. We are also being called to the front line.
The front? No, not a literal war, no, but a mission, if you will. And he looks at you. You're going to the front line. And you hear your mother, what?
Well, not so much front line, more of, dealing with other problems.
Deception check.
I knew I opened my fucking mouth.
Punk is strangling. Punk is right now stabbing you.
19!
19. Hold on.
Damn it, why didn't you take me with you? I could have wheeled!
Punk, what did you expect? I wasn't expecting him to be here.
He
I
looks
didn't
at you.
expect headassery to this degree.
It's
I
okay,
must
Punk.
admit.
Punk, it's okay. I got forgotten too.
This was unforeseen headassery.
He is my dad. He's
Boogie,
my
woogie,
dad.
Wuggy wuggy wuggy.
I wish he
Told him
wasn't my dad.
everything. Ah, meh.
He looks at you and he goes, "Ah, yes, of course. Well, perhaps we can take a moment and speak over your adventures over dinner. If you're staying, that is."
I can make an attempt.
You're just 8. That's what you say.
This is the next day. Let it be known, Rovan, you also very much do have your own responsibilities.
Mm-hmm. Though I must admit I'm not going to be available for quite long. I have some responsibilities back
Oh,
at Dragon's Reach.
yes, of course. Do not worry about it. We're Sionis men, and Sionis men, well, we fight the good fight, isn't that right, son?
Yes.
Your mother, you look over at your mother, and she's beaming at the moment.
Mother, where is Typhus and Hellenesta? Or Anthony?
Well, Typhus is currently dealing with some business in town. He shall return in a couple hours. As for your sister and Anthony, they are on a walk.
I see. I look forward to being in their company.
Your
And he
sister
looks-
actually does not know that your father's in town yet. It's a bit of a surprise for everyone.
Then I will keep my mouth shut. He will look to Kieran and he will go, "Hey, Kieran, if
You look
could
at
do-
Kieran and her eyes are fucking wide like she had just shit herself.
He's going to hand the alchemy chug to Kieran and go, Mother, could you show Kieran where the yeah, glasses and stuff are to get at least some drinks. I
Oh,
want to make sure that we are at a good celebration.
oh, that is a wonderful idea, my boy. Kieran, if you don't mind. Yes, of course. And you get a message in your mind, Rovan, as she casts a message on you. Is like, I hope you know what you're doing.
He is going to reply back in mental space. Not start a war. Yet. Send a message to the gang.
Yep. As your mother and Kieran step out, you are alone in this chamber with your father. Your mother was very enthusiastic about this meeting again. And I have something to give you.
Another beating.
Oh, please. Ravon, we are home. Let us keep our adversity outside of... Let's keep our adversity to the workplace, shall we?
He is staring bloody goddamn swords at him, but he's not reaching for a weapon, so
You do notice that your father is very much unarmed. He doesn't have his armor. He doesn't have a weapon. He's made himself at home. He's comfy. Come, let's, you and I speak in my office, shall we? I do have something I want to give you, truly.
what?
The two of you step out. And we will cut away from there for now. And I'm gonna roll to see where we go from here. I told y'all were in it for tonight.
You weren't kidding.
Sure wasn't. Alright. Let's roll a good old... How many do we have left? We got 4 left. Let's roll a good old D4 and see who dear Kieran sends a message to. Where's my D4? There it is. Corvin. This is appropriate. Corvin,
Why does this make sense?
in contrast to what is currently going on with Rovan, you and are currently in the middle of your spa day. You guys have taken to the sauna. You guys are now in a hot tub with like facial masks and like grapes and wine, and it's something you have needed. Not only have you both needed, but you have needed for a bit. And
There's
as
some lo-fi playing in the hot tub room.
And as you are finally taking this quiet moment to yourselves, and as things are getting a little hot and heavy, you hear a voice appear in the back of your mind. Holy shit, Corbin! From Kieran. Holy shit, Corbin! Robot's dad is here!
He stops. The jovial look on his face slowly fades. You could probably hear the cucumbers from his eyes plopping into the water because of the shift in his facial features. And
Ara, who is kind of all over you, looks at you and goes, "What's wrong?"
all I've ever asked in this entire universe
Oh, no.
was one day of relaxation, pampering, and to spoil the love of my life. But no, the universe is cruel. Okay, he will.
Corbin replies, "Not my problem."
Unfortunately, no. He's not. He's not that much of an asshole.
It would be funny.
It would be hilarious. He responds. Notified, I will be I will be assembling the goons in just a quick moment. I just need to find where my legs are.
You send that message back. What do you do? What do you do after sending that message off? Ara's
Sending...
looking at you, slightly
He'll-
concerned, I should say.
Just one moment. As he sends a message to Diana for a better broadcast.
Ah, here we go. The game of telephone has begun.
Yes. Greetings. Just got notified by Kieran that apparently Bison is in the Summer Isles. Something we're probably going to have to deal with. Or not. At this point, I don't care.
You get a reply.
By the way, he does say that out loud.
Uh-huh. You get a reply. Ara looks at you like, oh, and then she smiles like, heh, you bitch. You get a message back from Diane who goes, good to know. Okay. I'll let the others know.
He will send another message to... Okay, so Ravon's notified, you're notified. He'll send a message towards Lily and Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Repeating the exact same message.
Okay.
With the same kind of connotations behind it, too.
Uh-huh. You get a message from Sarah that's just like, son of a fuck! Lily, how do you reply to this information? Alright, good talk, Lily.
Sorry, Stolas came in here. I was trying to grab something from them.
How do you reply to this information?
Can you repeat? My bad.
Sure. Hey Lily, I just got notified by Kieran that Bison is in the Summer Isles in Ravon's home. Amicably, from what I'm... No, wait, he wouldn't know that from Kieran's tone of voice. He's in the Summer Isles, and, we probably have to deal with that. Or not. At this point, I don't care.
I better
Lily,
think to do it right
who...
now. Like my smoking hot pirate girlfriend.
Privateer.
Lily, who probably would be with Genia and...
I was about to say,
her
Lily,
mom,
who's currently
so-
neck deep in Genia. How do you reply?
Oh
Ayo.
god. If that's the case,
That's a good
I don't know if Lily would be able to even respond.
Well,
I mean, I'm making
It
a
was
joke.
actually
It's up to
good
you.
point,
I thought it'd be funny, though.
like, I assume they would be at brunch or some shit.
What time is it?
It's no shit, like 12 o'clock. No,
always time for brunch.
it was after Ravon's lunch shift, so it's like 2.
I know Lily probably would be out getting brunch with her mom and Genia.
At 2 o'clock? That's lunch at that point. That's
No,
dinner.
it's not, it's
That's-
still
it's-
brunch.
Always time for
Little past
brunch.
lunch, but yeah.
Brunch
It is
lasts
every-
all the way up till 2:30.
You know what? Breakfast is always. No one can
Yes!
fucking stop me. on
Yes,
that.
brother.
Breakfast
Yes!
is always.
Praise.
We stare at breakfast food.
Hell yeah!
We're
It'll be
getting
6
really
o'clock
pumped
in the-
about breakfast food all of a sudden.
Breakfast food is an everyday
I am
fucking
a
food
slut for
item.
some French toast. I'm sorry.
Oh, God, yes. Some powdered sugar on that shit. Oh.
But Lily would probably. You know what? No, Lily would be a mouthful of French toast. She kind of looks up at Genia, swallows her French toast. I'm finishing eating first.
I like that everyone's reaction to this is he can figure it out.
Not my problem.
Yeah.
Not my monkeys. Not my circus.
I got
Above
other shit
game.
to do.
Above
We
game, I just want to say this. There I was, French toast on my plate.
French toast on my titties. Maple syrup on my titties.
Heyo. Heyo.
3 a.m. 2 waffles exactly. C chat gets it.
As for
Good boy, 3
Diana,
a.m..
who at this current moment is still with Corey and Flit, looks
Lovely.
looks to you both and goes, "So Ravon might be dying right now.
What?
Apparently, Ravon stumbled across his father in the Divine Isles.
Why? How?
I don't know. That's just what Corvin told me. He didn't seem too concerned, though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, that's okay then.
Not our problem.
Not our problem.
I mean, Corvin made it sound like it wasn't a big deal, so I'm inclined to agree.
Here, hold on. Cut to Ravon. Okay, hold on. I need to get my music back.
Also, CG, no shit, that tickled me. Oh, he doesn't show any concern? Alright.
Ravon, as you and your father make way into his office, you get a message from Diana. Hey, I heard your dad's there. Are you okay? Do you need backup?
Stand by. Family dinner. They don't know. He has gift for me. Still want to murder. I just
Cut it.
like. Can I just like mentally? Can I just imagine like a gif of like fucking Kratos beating the shit out of Zeus?
Yeah, I can't stop you. I can't stop you from thinking.
I'm going to upload the gif to Diana.
Oh, to you're fucking all that.
Oh, sweet, we can do gifs in this shit?
Sure. Why,
Woohoo!
why the fuck not? I don't care.
Already one step ahead of Blue Sky.
What I've done.
Hearing BFG division.
Diana looks to Flit and Corey and goes, according to Ravon, family dinner. And he has a gift for him, apparently. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
But he said standby.
What kind of gift could his dad have from other than a knuckle sandwich?
That's a great question. Especially because, actually, I don't remember if Diana knows this or not. I forget. Does the rest of the party know that Ravon gave up his happy memories with his father?
yep.
I was gonna say, I know Corey and Flit knew, Adam
Yeah.
told Corvin. I can't remember if Lily or Sarah got briefed.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
just
think
say
Lily ever
it's-
did, really.
I'm gonna just say for now it's open knowledge, and if we find anything contradicting that fact, then we can retcon.
Cool.
But Diana would look to you both and goes, especially considering that, you know, he's now given up all of his happy memories of his father, so he's probably looking for an excuse to initiate a fight.
Is it weird that the more concerning thing here is Ravon as opposed to Bison?
A little? I can't imagine his father starting a fight with his son in the family home during a family dinner. Ravon, on the other hand,
Look, far be it from me to trust Ravon, like, on his own, especially after what he pulled. But what are we really gonna do? I guess we just stand on. I guess we just sit around and be nervous for a bit.
yeah, I guess we'll just wait and see how it plays out. Coming back to Ravon. Take a seat, son. Your father says, gesturing to the one of the two chairs in front of his desk.
He'll take a seat.
Your father goes over to the painting on the back wall, which is the first family photo you guys ever had made. Your father, your mother, you and your brother, and your sister, Helenesta. This painting was made years ago, and you don't remember the painting being made. Maybe you were too young at the time, you're not entirely sure, but your father tilts the painting a bit, revealing a small little, alcove back behind the painting.
Oh, thank God. I thought he was just tilting it to be, getting under people's skin.
It's a big painting, so that
He just tilts
he'd
it,
be a super
3
asshole
degrees.
to do that.
Just tilts it 3 degrees. Everybody's OCD gets triggered.
But as he goes behind the painting, you notice back behind the painting is a small, foot tall, not even foot tall, maybe half a foot tall little pedestal back there that holds a book. And J. Frost, you and I, we've never discussed what this book is. You don't know what it is. Rovan would. Rovan would recognize this as the Sionis family legacy book. This is the book this book is the written record by the Sionis men about their exploits and accomplishments. It has been well guarded for the thousands of years that it has existed. The fact that your father is pulling this out in front of you is kind of a big deal, because currently it's still his possession. And you know that it's kind of a big deal, the book being passed down from father to son. And so you're kind of in the moment, oh shit.
He's being stone quiet. He is Dwayne The Rock Johnsoning it.
This book has seen a great many of us Sionis men wield it with ink and quill. There are many tales here, exploits, adventures, triumphs, losses. In reality, it's basically a big diary, but more than that is everything we've done. It's everything we've stood for. It is us. Your great-grandfather wrote in it. Your grandfather wrote in it. I have written in it. And your brother even has a small section thus carved out from his trials in the arena. You, my son, I was hoping that you would grow older before you had to encounter the many trials and battles that you have. But as time has gone on and those facts have changed, I find that it is now time. And he takes a key from his back pocket, and he unlocks the small padlock keeping the book shut. And he walks up to you, and he hands it to you. The book is yours now. You can write in it, you can read it, you can take it with you. Whatever you wish. But it is your time to write your legacy, my son. I know you and I now fight separate sides of the same war. but you are still my son. Ravon, this is very out of character from what you remember about your father. You remember your father being callous, cold. This is not what you remember. Go ahead and make me a wisdom save.
Oh boy. Wisdom. Dirty 20.
Ravon, there is a flashing of visions behind your mind's eye. You remember looking around this room. You remember conversations with your father, laughs that you had. You remember sitting there and your father constantly making jokes while your mother got ever so annoyed as the painting currently hanging on the far wall was painted. You're not sure where these memories come from because you beforehand did not recall these. And now he is standing there passing the book of Sionis family legacy onto you. What do you do?
He's looking at this book. It feels like a lead weight to him. Almost as equal as to the lead weight in his gut. Just being in the same room as his father. For a brief moment, there's kind of like a wince of pain in his, like, front right temple. Like a headache from this memory. But he's going to just shake it off, and he's just going to go, why me? Why did you give this to me? Why did you come back?
I came back to see my family again and to give this to you. Because the next time we meet, I doubt that we will both survive. And he kind of walks to your side and he places his hand on your shoulder, his body facing the door. He goes, "I'll give you some time to peruse." And he leaves, leaving you, the book, and the office. You can peruse the book if you want. You can maybe even take a look around the office, or you can just, if you wish, you can just leave. It's up to you.
He's going to look at this book. He's going to...
The book is this beautiful ivory cover with this gold trim. There's no actual, like, title of the book. It just is a big fancy journal. But it is thick with knowledge. Tales of Sionis men long past. Your grandfather passed when you were very, very young. So you never really got to have you really never got to hear many of his stories, share many of experiences with him. But now you have somewhat of a chance to read about his tales and recollections in this book, should you so choose.
Ravon's just going to take the book. And he'll start opening it. begin to read.
This is a rather lengthy book, but you begin to take some time reading through it. You see that as you coil through the pages, the writing changes, implying different men have written different pages of this book, which you expected. You see the tales of Belleros Sionis, the first man ever documented to tame and ride a Pegasus into battle. And don't worry about taking notes on this, I'm gonna give it all to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you.
You see the recollections of Hercule Sionis, who helped banish the Dark Walkers and Darius Kane to eternal sleep. Darius Kane, you know, was a vampire dreadlord who attempted to plunge the world into eternal darkness before being banished by a group of adventurers into an eternal slumber inside his own coffin. You see the tales of your great-grandfather, Perseus Sionis, one of a small number of individuals to tame and ride a Pegasus into battle. You see where he's the only man in recorded history to beat Charon, the ferryman. You see a section where he tells about how he bested Goroth the Mighty in his own lair, the Kari Volcano, now you know to be the name of the Arnia Volcano. You see the tales of your grandfather, Hestius Sionis, who defeated a greater Hydra single-handedly. He was the right-hand man and personal guard in the Silverstone Court. He reunited the last two phoenixes in Vanahir, very likely saving the species. You see the tales of Typhus, your brother, the undefeated grand champion of the arena, who bested the 9 lions of Neaman. He wrestled a rare white minotaur to the ground, bested a dire werewolf unscathed. And then you see your father's records. A prime veteran in the Xandarian War, defeated the bandit king Alexios and every man under his command. But otherwise unremarkable. Compared to the aspirations of the other men in this book, your father really doesn't have much in here. You see tales of him going on his missions and besting monsters and beasts of a wide variety, but not a lot of them are significant renown. And then you begin to hit empty pages, blank pages, pages yet to be written. And I'm gonna give that to you in, let me find it. In the lore drop. Oh, it fucked up my fucking, hold on.
It's all good, man.
It fucked up my, hold on. I got this. I can fix it. I can fix it.
You can fix it!
It fucked up my layout, so I just had to take a screenshot here real quick.
Oh, good. Also, bless you.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
There you go. Ignore the page break there.
Oh, it's all good, man.
but this is currently what you see as you begin skimming through this book. The question is now, what will you eventually write in the Book of Sionis? You don't have to write anything now. You don't have to write anything in the next few days. But you will have to write something. You do have your own tales to tell, after all. As you get kind of caught up in the book, and you quickly realize that a couple hours have gone by as you hear the call from your mother. Rovan! Dinner is ready!
We'll close the book. He will tuck it away into his bag.
As-
game.
As you
Sorry.
Go ahead. I'll actually wait a second.
My apologies.
No, you're good.
Would I still have Raikiri out? At least the familiar.
I would say yes.
He will have Raikiri kind of fly around. Kind of just basically tell Raikiri, scope out the place. And when dinner is done, he and Kieran have to leave.
Okay.
Stick around a little while longer and keep watch on Bison.
Okay. As you sit around, or as you're telling Kieran this, as you're commanding him, you hear the excited screaming of your sister, who just learned that your father is home. The dinner that follows is awkward to you, at least, considering you know something that the rest of your family doesn't. Your father, though, he acts like he never left. He acts like he always has been here, making jokes. You know, eating his own weight's worth in food. But there's something familiar about it, but not that you can recall. It's very odd. And then, as dinner passes on and you realize you eventually have to start making your way out, as you have to return back to a certain Rugar to continue your daily tasks. I believe that is where we are going to end that scene.
Of course.
How you feeling, buddy?
There is a volatile mix of emotions currently playing inside both in-game and above game.
I knew you'd get a kick out of this. But for now, let's go ahead and take it to someone else. Let me see. I need my music. The rest of you guys, Flit, Corey, and Diana, you never receive word from Rovan stating that he needs backup. Corvin, you don't care.
Like, if he doesn't, if he didn't hear any response within the next couple of hours, he would have been like,
You probably would have got a message from Diana saying, like, family dinner, something around those lines.
he would have been like halfway getting dressed at that point, heard that, and just went, fuck it, back in the tub, Like immediately, like undresses, clothes are flying in the hallways, and just walks back in.
Nope.
Woo!
Not doing it.
Says
Not
Ara.
today. Nope.
That's
He-
a solid
he'll
no
just-
for me, gamer.
He'll just slap his own ass and just open the door and get in.
Hey yo!
Hey, yo.
He's an independent elf. He can slap his own ass.
Listen, despite how fucking twinky he is, he actually has a pretty decent ass with how muscular his legs are.
Yeah, you do.
Is it USDA certified?
Yes. Pure beef.
Damn.
Hey, yo. Corbin, is there anything specific that you would like to discuss with Ara while you two are relaxing? As she sort of sees you come back in, she goes, "I assume he is okay then?"
He can deal with it himself. I can't fight his battles for him. Also, if I remember correctly, there was a rule that specified that we shouldn't interfere should they come to blows. So, we would be mostly there as cheerleaders.
So what you're saying is not your problem, she says coyly.
You said it, not me, love. As he just
I sure did.
Cannibal.
he'll just recommence the pampering at that point, and the main thing that he'll talk to her about is just everything that's just been kind of going on, like what happened. Excuse me, I'm fighting a cold this weekend.
Oh no.
Everything that was kind of happening on when Corladora showed up, like in the Mirrorverse, what her future there projected, probably saying, hey, we probably shouldn't redo this or that. Also the fact that he was a trophy, like a literal trophy, and the mixed feelings on that one. Just dumping.
As you go
everything.
further and further along, her coy smile turns to worry, disdain, and then by the end of it, she just goes, "Damn. I'm sorry you had to go through all that."
Well, we learned a lot, and one of the most important parts, we figured out how Marissa keeps coming back. Well, one of the ways she keeps coming back.
And it sounds like you found closure with Druilla.
My own personal stance, yes, I'm glad that we were able to have a discussion and settle everything. It lingered in my mind, and I was kind of scared, if I'm going to be honest. I did not want to retreat to any former habits.
Oh, I totally get that. Above game, do you tell Ara about the fact that Druilla kissed you?
He has been open and honest so far, and he's going to explain it as if kissing his sister.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the faces are aplenty.
Yes. She looks at you and doesn't, like, really show any emotion towards it once you tell her, and then she's like, she's hot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he'll throw up a minor illusion of a small little, like, figurine version of her.
She throws out a wolf whistle. Damn.
Oh, trust me, it got a lot better. As he, like, does, like, another image of what she was 10 years later.
Damn. Okay. Like I wasn't mad before, but shit, am I jealous? Am I jealous? I'm not jealous. Am I jealous?
He'll just kind of, like, not swim up, but just kind of, like, shift himself up to where, like, he's just holding her from behind and just, like, kind of holds her tightly. My love, never ever should you ever feel jealous of any other woman. I am yours and you are mine.
No, I'm jealous over you.
What can I say? These eyes don't deceive, and they know what they want. And then he'll just whisper into her ear, utter perfection.
What it follows is sometime within the next, I don't know, 30 minutes is a noise complaint. You guys are asked to tone it down if possible.
Wait, what the fuck? We're in the fucking mansion.
Oh, that's right, you were in the mansion. Oh, never mind then.
I was gonna say, the fucking special service can eat a dick. I don't
Yeah,
give a
no,
fuck
I
what-
did
what they
forget you
think.
guys are in
Some blushing
in the
servants
mansion.
are
Never mind
seen
then.
wandering away from that area, but
While the fucking muscular May just goes, neat.
stopwatch, not bad.
Anything
You have no
else?
You have no idea how tempted I was to roll cons, right?
I mean, you can if you want. Fuck. I can't tell you what to do. I mean, I can, but I'm not gonna tell you can't. Yeah, there you go.
A bit longer than 30 minutes, but
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway.
dude. Yeah.
either way, you were saying?
I was just gonna ask, is there anything else that you wanted to tell her? Anything specific? Have you told her that you're going onto the front line?
Not yet. Building up to that.
Okay.
So, I am a little nervous about telling you this, though I wanted... Thank God I waited till afterwards. Ugh, sorry, leg is a little stiff. Apparently,
Uh-huh. Now she looks worried.
that might be justified because we might be getting drafted to the front lines of the
Drafted?
war. Listen, I don't... My command of common isn't perfect, but that's the best way I can describe it.
Gods. Why? If I may ask.
Do you remember what what I mentioned about Amadeus and how he may have interacting with him may have
yeah.
triggered that entire shattered future?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You gotta bite that in the bud while you've got the information. I've been there before.
Yeah, but the problem is that we have to go in there pure. Sorry, let me rephrase. We can't really go in there and just outright accuse him. We have to go in with some form of subterfuge. Also, because Theon may have mentioned that Cedric's plan has already been enacted. So that's fun.
Of course.
Not
it
really.
has, because
He's an idiot.
of course.
That man is going to worry Corey and Diana absolutely sick.
Yeah. Yeah. But provided everyone survives and makes it out the other end, we don't have to worry about this shite future you just told me all about.
Yes, because Lord knows you probably don't want to be working for your aunts for the rest of this time. It's
Yeah,
okay.
no,
That still
I'm
feels
o-
weird.
Yeah, no, I'm okay without that actually.
It still feels weird calling her your aunts because that informs something formal, and I don't want to
Yeah,
even get
yeah.
anywhere close to
Let's not actually. She may
Besides,
be
it's the
of my
roommates.
blood, but she's not family.
that. She gave up that long ago.
She sure
But-
did. Well, is
I-
there anything you need from me, any way that I can help? I hate the hardest part for all of this for me personally is sitting here and not being able to help. Knowing I just have to wait like some kind of housewife. Ugh.
Yeah, that does not fit you. I mean, if anyone's going to be the house spouse, that's definitely going to be me. Although I have grander plans in mind. He kind of says, like, with that like Grinch grin, just kind of like folds upon his face, like, oh fuck, I have plans upon plans going on in this noggin of mine.
I like it when you plan things. It's hot and sexy.
Looks back at her, looks up looks up to the sky. No, you're getting it. It's around here. Okay, just tackles her, and we can cut there.
Cool. A spa day well spent. A bit of a minute since you got to spend some time with Ara, and you kind of laid everything out there. Wonderful. With that being said, we will cut to... I know what we'll do. We will cut to Lily. Lily, you, sensing that Rovan very well may be in danger, you go and you find the rest of your crew. The rest of your crew being Flit, Corey, and Diana, following your breakfast, of course, your brunch, of course. And you just burst in like, holy shit!
Well, Lily, pretty much kind of knowing Rovan at this point, probably wouldn't be too terribly worried, but more so like, well, if I'm needed, I'm here.
Mm.
But she absolutely would meet up with the rest of the party regardless because, you know, after brunch.
Oh. Hi, Lily.
Hi, is Rovan good?
Well, we haven't heard anything else back, so we're assuming yes?
He said he would call for backup, and that to be on standby. That was... Diana checks her imaginary watch. An hour ago? 2 hours ago?
He's probably fine.
I think he's probably fine. We kind of threw the idea around here. I can't imagine his father starting a fight with him inside their family home. I think Rovan is more afraid of his mom than his dad.
Moms can be, something else.
She grins, thinking of her own mother.
I'm pretty sure his mom would chase them both down the river Styx with a sandal if they started a fight in their house. If they tried to end their blood feud in her house.
Probably.
So we're just kind of hanging out for right now.
I actually had a question for Corey.
Kind of looks over at Corey.
Corey, what are you doing right now?
Is Corey alive?
Is Punk alive? Punk?
Uh-oh.
I believe Punk has died.
Should we
Alright,
play
rip
in
up
the
that
collar
character
to
sheet.
get her back?
I think Corey had to use the latrine, but if there's something we can help with.
I had an idea I didn't think of. And
Oh, hi, Punk. I see you're back now.
sorry, I was doing subterfuge.
Subterfuge? What the fuck does that mean? Wait.
I'm also curious, what?
Sneaking around for Christmas things.
Oh, subterfuge.
Better watch out. Better
You
watch
better
out.
watch out.
You better
Oh.
watch out. You better watch
Yes,
out.
Lily has a question for Corey.
I didn't really think of it up till now, but I know you can do the legend lore, and I didn't know if there was a way when you had a chance, if you could maybe try it on Dandelion. She's an heirloom, so we don't even know her entire history, but we know it goes back a lot further than what we have records for.
That's pretty good reason and a really good use of it. Sure.
And I mean, I don't have her right now since, you know, she's being worked on, but when we get her back, because I know there was some things that you wanted to do with your legend lord too.
For the record, Corey does not have to have the item in her possession to cast
she
Legend Lord on
doesn't?
it. She sure doesn't.
Corey shrugs. I don't even need it, really.
Legend Lore is broken in that regard.
That's actually, I was gonna say, that is really
Bottom.
fucking broken. That's
But it
cool.
also makes sense because there's a material component, and that's mainly required because, like, you could do a name, place, or object, and obviously, like, if you want to legend lore a country across the world, you know, it'd be fucked to make you have to go to that country to do it. So she does not need Dandelion would not be required for legend lore.
I mean, if there's a material component, yeah, all I need is incense and ivory strips.
Yes.
If I even need that.
For your once a day casting, you do not.
Hell yeah.
You sure don't.
You wanna help me freshen up the tea? And
You get the one
we
free-
can do that if you want.
You get the one free cast, and then after that, you then have to do it.
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna make tea and gossip around Lily's
Tea and
sword?
gossip.
Make tea and then spill the tea about her sword.
Yes.
I mean, we can either go back to the bar or Lily's house. Because Lily does have an entire house, too.
If only there was a Flit who had to go to this bar anyway.
Yes, imagine.
Ah, bet!
Imagine.
To the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I think getting out of here would be a great idea. We've been cooped up in here for a couple hours now, and I'm beginning to get antsy.
Sure, let's head on out. Where are we going?
Well, Flit, didn't you mention that you wanted to go to Havana Hall?
Chicory misses you. She called you mom.
1,000-yard stare. Yeah. Let's go to Havana Hall.
Okay.
That works for me.
You guys make your way to Havana Hall. A little bit of a trek, and as you guys enter, the rest of you see the scene that took place last session where Corey entered, where Chicory is absolutely behind the bar preparing drinks. And you hear a, "Hello, welcome." Oh, hey!
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I missed you. I hope you're doing well. Chicory says, kind of shy.
Flit keeps the same safe face going, but internalized shame. Internalized shame. Yeah, we had some time, so thought we'd swing by. And Flit's going to walk on over to the bar and sit down next to Chicory. And we'll continue with the thing that Lily was doing. We can come back to you and that.
Do you want to roleplay this interaction with Chicory? Because we don't have to.
I can do a little bit, but again, I don't want to interrupt the ongoing scene. So
Of course. Alrighty. Well, while Flit is spending a little bit of time with Chicory, the rest of y'all kind of find a spot to sit down, a place a bit more quiet. There is I believe there is a specific area specifically built for y'all, right? Or did
There
I
are many
miss-
rooms in this place.
There are many rooms, Ed boy.
There are many doors, God boy.
Oh yeah, it was the place with all the stars, wasn't it?
Yes. So, y'all find a quieter place to sit down. And I don't know if you guys want to do any conversation or if we should just get down into the nitty gritty.
Lily doesn't really know what to say. I mean, she doesn't know, like, yeah, she's not a magic person. She wouldn't know if anything if anything is needed for it or whatnot.
I mean, that'd be up to Corey if Corey wants to lie about needing anything.
All right. I need a basket of lizards.
Looks over at Flit.
And yeah, he was just a
piece of
real
onyx.
jerk. So I grabbed him by his legs and I shook him real hard and then I threw him out. It was really cool. Are you proud of me?
That sounds like the correct thing to do.
Oh,
It's your role model, mother.
oh.
I'm
That
sorry. She's a bouncer now.
That hurt me in my dad bones. Oh.
Coming back to Corey and Lily and Diana. She's lying to you. You don't need a basket of lizards.
Okay, because I don't know
Need
where.
a basket of
but-
lizards, a piece of onyx, some ivy, and a sweet roll.
You can just bring her the sweet roll. That will be good enough.
I did just get done with brunch. I can probably swing back by there. It was pretty good.
Ooh, can we do group brunch?
I'm down.
Girls' Day?
Yes.
Ooh,
We should do a
girls'
double date.
brunch. Girls' brunch. Says Diana, suddenly very excited. But that's for later. Well, Corey, I don't know if you want to just go ahead and take it away or what.
Oh. God, hey, quick question.
So
They can't see what I see when I do my magic, can they?
they sure can't.
Well, if you want me to get to it, it's gonna be awkward. You're gonna need to find something to talk about.
Well,
And then she sets into the magic.
technically no. But I think for the sake of this, I'm willing to overlook that. Because it's usually just the person casting it learns, but considering that this is a direct connection to Lily, if you
How about
if-
we just all hold hands?
yeah, if y'all wanted to just form like a hand circle, that'd be fine, or triangle in this case.
Witchcraft!
Yeah.
Double
Chicory,
toil
we need
and
drinks.
trouble. Okay, coming up.
Water for Diana.
Water or water?
Oh, actual water.
Okay, got it.
Wait, we don't have that water drink. Who told her about that? Flit?
I just learned about it yesterday.
You don't tell her about it now. Now I'm gonna have to deal with water and water and being a water, not water, Genasi. You have now made my job harder.
I need a water genasi made out of liquor now.
Every time you come here, I'm adding 2 gold to your bill, Flit.
Go.
Punishment.
You're charging us? Says Diana.
Charging Flit. Cause she told Chicory about the water.
What? What? How?
Above game, I've never heard Flit sound so offended.
Yeah, you know, Flit who doesn't drink.
This is my bar. She brought unholy water into my bar.
Flitt's gonna walk on over and lightly bap Corey on the head with the staff of the woodlands, and then walk back to the bar.
Just a light bap. Just fucking jingles the leaves in your face.
I get to that's it. I'm telling.
You're telling? Who are you
Telling
telling?
Flint's boyfriend she's a mom. I want to see his face.
I think he knows that already.
Damn it. Can't have anything in my own goddamn bar.
With that being said,
Basket of lizards. Fucking.
where would y'all procure a basket of lizards? A whole basket? That's a lot of lizards.
Yeah, I was thinking
I
of
guess
that
you could
Doctor
just
Who
go to
gif
my
where it's
fucking.
like,
I guess you could just go to my fucking workplace. I find them every fucking week.
What's the D&D world equivalent of Florida? Because I know they have a fuck ton of lizards.
Florida doesn't exist in my setting. If it knows what's good for it. Blew those bitches up is what I did.
Make Florida gay again.
Again.
It
Like they
was
were
like-
before?
It was pretty queer.
I guess so.
I
Hey.
know a lot of gays in Florida.
I'm so sorry. To those people living in Florida, those sweet innocent people.
I'm sorry for them too.
But,
Well,
go ahead, Flit.
no, I was just gonna say, I love how Dandelion's just fucking sitting there on the table right now.
Dandelion's not there. We don't have it.
Oh, right. For a second, that just completely. Never mind. Go with the scene.
Corey, would you like to go ahead and cast Legend Lore?
yeah.
Okay. I need more music. Let's see. I need something. I think I know. Is this what I want? That's not what I wanted, but that won't do. Corey, you entwine your fingers with those of your friends Diana and Lily, and you begin to envision Dandelion, the sword that Lily has been given to by her mother and has been wielding for a time now. Your vision fades. And when I say your, I mean all three of you. Your visions fade and a series of scenes play before you. 2 ages ago, and don't worry about taking notes, I'm gonna give this to you guys.
Yay.
2 ages ago, in the Age of Roses, a celestial body, a meteorite, fell from the heavens, crashing and creating what is now known as the Lake of Glass in the nation of Gaia. The celestial body contained a collection of sentient mineral constructs known to the realm as the Starfell Bulls. The previous tale you had heard about the Starfell Bulls was that it was one of them, and that it had been struck down by Gorman Stormborn, but now that you know that history has also been muddied. In reality, there were nearly a dozen of them, unlike the tales currently told. Fearing these foreign creatures, the governing body of Gaia commissioned a group of adventurers to slay the beasts. This group was led by a renowned gnomish knight known as Dandelion. Her bravery and valiance led the group to victory, though Dandelion knew something was amiss. The creatures attacked not out of malice, but out of necessity. out of self-defense for their own lives and what they protected. A powerful near-crystalline mineral known as Kennesite, one capable of acting as a powerful conduit for magic. Realizing what she had done, Dandelion provided the only mercy she could by letting the two remaining bulls live. The bulls fled deep into the mountains, leaving behind the Kennesite deposit. The party celebrated their victory, though Dandelion realized that the group's actions were unjust. The governing body of Gaia granted Dandelion the greatest award they could muster. They crafted a blade from the Kennesite deposit, a token for her victory, and a tool for her next mission: to hunt down the remaining two bulls and end them. Dandelion accepted the task, as she knew it would be granted to another should she refuse, and hunted down the two bulls. The hunt lasted for several weeks, as Dandelion purposefully led her group astray, depleting their morale in the harsh environment until the entirety of a group returned home. Finally alone, Dandelion followed the trail to the hiding Starfell bulls, who had crafted an egg from remnants of the Kennesite deposit. Dandelion stayed with them so that the egg may hatch uninterrupted, dispatching any and all hunters that came to find the bulls. The unlikely alliance between the bulls and Dandelion made for a powerful adversary. Years went by without Dandelion even noticing, and as the years continued, the number of hunters faded into non-existence. All except one. Dandelion's only daughter, Iris, out for revenge on the bulls that she had believed had killed her mother. What she found was more than she had bargained for. Her mother had passed from the long-form culmination of her wounds, malnutrition, and the harsh elements. One of the Starfell bulls had perished in their last battle, and the egg, now resembling a pristine opal, clutched in the hand of her past mother, had never hatched. Even so, the last Starfell bull watched over its fallen protector. Iris considered dispatching the bull, but could not bring herself to do so. The bull had protected her mother for who knows how long. In exchange for her mercy, the last bull gifted Iris the egg that her mother fought so hard to protect. This was Camellia's opal, now imbued with the power and grace of the one who had protected it for so long. Iris took up her mother's sword, resorting to the finest runesmiths to harness the power of the opal and the Kennesite blade, thus converting it into a powerful sunblade. The combination of blade and gemstone formed the great weapon known as Dandelion. As Iris's connection with the blade and the opal grew, so did their power. As Iris passed, and the blade passed on to her only daughter, Azalea, the connection that Iris had forged imbued the opal with even more power. Thus, the cycle continued. The combination of blade and gemstone passed from mother to daughter, imbuing Dandelion with even more power with each generation. This was until the blade was stolen for nearly 3 centuries at the hands of a master thief known as Amnon Korenia, Oz's great-grandfather. That was until Dandelion finally fell back into the hands of Camellia, Lily's grandmother, allowing the cycle to resume once more. As these visions pass, what feels like years, eons, centuries, they flash before your eyes. A mere 10 minutes goes by. And you all come back to your senses in the midst of Havana Hall. I'm going to put all of that, because that was a lot, in lore drops for y'all.
Bless. Lily will open her eyes and you
I
can
might have
see,
to make
like,
this 2 messages. Oh, nope, I can do that as 1. Awesome.
You have nitro, you should be fine.
Yep. Which I need to actually cancel.
Lily will open her eyes and there'll be tears at the corners of them.
That was a lot more than I ever could have expected.
There's a reason why today's episode was titled Family Legacy.
It can be a lot. And that was a lot. Are you okay?
I'm okay. It's just, there's so much that I didn't know.
Tart, would I ever have heard, like, or would I know any other weapons or anything that have ever been formed of Kenacite?
No. There is no check any of you can make to learn to divulge any information about Kenacite. This is the first that any of you have heard of Kenacite.
We could probably ask the runesmith about Kenacite and see if she knows anything too. It's a long shot. It's not even a material I've ever even heard of, and I was in the military for a good while.
I mean, we've had our share of long shots. Let's give it a go.
Bork! Bork!
No.
You guys hear what sounds like the head stoat yelling at his coworkers, his underlings.
Give him hell.
Flit, you enter the scene with the ritual having just finished, and the mood has drained. It's very reminiscent of that gif of Donald Glover from Community walking into the room on fire.
So, was it good? Was it bad?
A lot.
Yeah.
Above game, Tart, correct me if I'm wrong. So this means
Yes,
that
above game, if y'all have any questions about any of that, please throw them at me, because I know it was a lot.
the opal is an egg.
The opal is an egg that never hatched.
Does that...
It is a Kenacite egg. Or at least, that's what it was meant to be.
That an animal?
I think it's these celestial bowls mentioned.
Above game, because there's no way you guys would ever learn this. The Starfell Bulls created their offspring. They would literally build the eggs that they would hatch from.
Ah.
So, were they more autonomous then?
They were sentient mineral bulls.
Ooh.
Bull adjacent. They weren't really bulls.
Oh, so kind of like
Beings made of crystal.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, okay.
I want to meet these.
celestial
I'm so sad
elementals.
I want to see these animals.
Oh my god.
Does
It's the
They're
it's the
they're
Reggies.
celestial constructs, technically.
does
Oh,
that
I wish I could
mean
see
it
those
will
again.
never hatch?
The age of roses was well over 2,000 years ago.
Constructs, though.
Actually,
I mean,
thinking about it, from what you just saw, that would be roughly 2,500 years ago. So if it was going to hatch, chances are it would have by now.
But does that mean we can't do anything to try and make it?
I mean, you could certainly try. I can't guarantee success, though.
I mean, we've already bugged
Lily
the
is
gods
w-
once today.
Lily is wondering if there's a deeper way to connect with this egg.
Shall I spend a commune?
If you want to spend a commune, you can. I don't know what it will get you. As
I don't
for
know what it
you,
would get me.
Lily, have you tried connecting with the egg?
Lily, to be fair, Lily didn't know it was a fucking egg.
Oh my god, pull a Cedric Diggory, do it in the bath.
Christ.
Do it in the
I mean,
bathtub.
I will make. To be fair, Lily has been attuned to the egg for a while now.
I have.
Mm-hmm. But have you tried connecting with it?
No,
But
because
tuning to the egg does not mean you are connected to the
thought
egg.
of it
Interesting.
as more than a gemstone.
And now you have a reason to.
And in theory, what does Lily? Is it another day before her sword is ready, or is it today that it's ready?
It is another day before it is ready.
Okay. Well, I mean, the worst case is I can try. I get her back tomorrow, though.
Corey, did you want to spend that commune? It's up to you.
I'll hold on to it.
Okay.
We'll try and Lily, try something with that egg gem. Try something with it.
I damn well
I don't-
have the will to try. If it's something like that,
Sit on it. Put it on your head. Put a circle of candles around it. Meditate around it in that circle of candles. Put it in
Lily
the bathtub
gives-
surrounded by a circle of candles. I don't know. Just try everything.
Lily looks at Corey when she says sit on it.
it's
I think
I'm
it's
not a
too,
bird.
I think it's too small to sit on. I don't think we want to know where it would go. No offense, Lily.
Lily's face turns pink.
In somewhat related news to what we just learned,
Somewhat.
do you guys think that in the tale of Gorman Stormborn defeating the Starfell Bull, you don't think it was the one remaining, do you?
That's a good question. How long ago was that?
How old is Ravon's dad?
Ravon's dad is irrelevant to this
Sorry.
information.
I
Gorman
got names mixed up. Go ahead.
Gorman Stormborn is the current king, emperor, whatever have you, of Gaia.
Thank you.
As for the Starfell Bull, the fight with the Starfell Bull was about 1,000 years ago. The one that, sorry, not Gorman Stormborn, Yorm Stormborn.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, what the fuck? I have 2 names in my notes. It is Gorman Stormborn. I was right the first time.
Mhm.
Sorry. Yorm is the capital of Gaia. Jesus Christ.
Ah.
That he built after defeating the Starfell Bull 1,000 years ago. Well after the initial hunt for the Starfell Bulls. I hope that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, looking and reading into everything again, I mean, it does say that runesmiths were runesmiths were the ones that harnessed the power of the opal and the Kennesite.
They sure did.
So, if anyone would know, it would be the runesmith.
It sure would.
Mhm.
Hmm. Maybe it would be worth investigating for you sometime then.
I mean, to be fair, I have to go pick her up tomorrow anyway. I can't wait to see what she's done with her.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you found out. I'm glad this piece of history made it to into your hands. A nice family legacy. I guess it was nice.
And Lily would have absolutely relayed the story to
Flit.
Flit.
Y'all give Flit the short version.
Yeah.
Cliff notes.
Cliff notes. So no shit. There we were.
Though, I'm curious. It mentioned that Amnon's grandfather stole this in the first place.
Yeah, I'll admit that. That
Guys,
explains a lot.
I think we might have an idea on one of the core parts of this whole Oz scenario with that. This blade is tied to Oz and Oz's family, as well as Lily's.
An incredibly rare material like Kendesite would fetch a pretty price. I can see why a mastered thief would... It's not hard to imagine why a mastered thief would want to steal it.
And enough to hold a grudge over.
Especially with how it got returned to your family.
Yeah.
Maybe something to look into. I don't know.
But destroying Oz would mean having permanently would maybe have to resort into destroying Dandelion and
Sword for your family? For your future family? If you had one?
Lily blushes at thinking of the idea of having a child.
Let's not focus on children at the moment. Let's
Well,
focus
it's not
on
my
staying
focus exactly.
alive at the moment.
Children come after staying alive.
It's
Obviously, you have
more
to be
so
alive
even the
to have
idea
them.
of having a child with Genia.
Gay.
But that's what it would mean, though. Freedom for you and your lineage.
We have to find some way to stop Oz. If he comes back after what happened with, our last interaction with him,
We'll put
We're gonna
destroying Dandelion on the back burner.
We'll put that as a last resort, maybe.
Mhm.
So, you guys now have a plethora of information. If it's okay with y'all, I think that would be a good moment to continue on to the next thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's also I think, now take a moment to decompress and take our bio break.
Ooh, sounds like a plan to me.
Remember
Sounds
when I
good, Shane.
said... Remember when I said tonight might be a sad session?
You've
You
given
delivered!
Lily a lot.
I told y'all
Mhm.
you were in for... I was so
Wait.
excited for the session because I was like, oh, we're going to get the Rofan family legacy and the Dandelion lore. Y'all are treating me.
Mm.
Lily lore dump.
Yes! Yes! But anyways,
And this is once again why I have Tart in my Discord as #1 trauma inducer.
you know
Leave it
it.
to the paladins to have the biggest baggage.
Don't worry, we're not done yet.
What?
I love that it is both the paladins.
Well, yeah, the paladins always got worse because they're the most broken class.
Yeah.
But we will be right back. We're gonna take our bio break. We'll be back in a few minutes, chat. Don't go anywhere. Ah! Ah!
I have gingerbread brownies.
Oh, lucky.
Ooh, that sounds
Nice.
fucking good.
Good.
I made gingerbread brownies with a maple frosting.
Jeez.
Fucking talk dirty to me, River.
They're so fucking good too. Hold on.
We actually. So, at my brother's Christmas thing, we actually had like chocolate and vanilla marshmallow fluff.
Y'all need to stop talking dirty to me, or I'm about to fucking
I'll-
nut on this fucking stream, bro.
There was also salted caramel hummus.
Oh,
That I'm not as sure about, but maybe it's because the only
Deli-
hummus I've ever had is like savory
God.
hummus.
Bro, oh my god, it's delicious. It's so sweet.
Noted. But anyways, back to it. So, we got a couple things we want to do here. I have three scenes that I really need to handle. So, I think the first one we'll do. Corvin,
Hello.
you, after spending your time with Ara, this could be the same day or the next day, it doesn't really matter, but this whole event does happen. You remember, you have a stopwatch you need to get looked at.
Yeah, he'll go to Nick. So, showing how carefree he is, he's just going to teleport into the meeting room of the Vanahir Guard
Mm-hmm.
and look for Nicholas.
Nicholas is not there.
Like, not in the castle?
He's not in the meeting room.
He will go looking in the castle.
He has a workshop that he frequents. That would be your next location, and you do find him in there.
Okay. Why am I like this? Does he have like any kind of like being a man of his profession does he have like any bits and bobs just kind of like hanging out like on the floor or like around his desk that he's not using?
Oh, he has
the time?
tools and shit scattered everywhere.
Okay, cool. I would like to use animate objects to do like a whole ass like Fantasia thing
Ah, why?
where
Why
they're
is
like
this happening?
dancing around. They all kind of like go towards like where Corbin's standing and just kind of like spin around his head.
Why are
like
you
a
doing this?
halo.
I am your master. I commend you. Oh, hi, Corbin.
Greetings.
How much of that did you hear?
What exactly are you talking about? He says, lying.
He's not even gonna roll an insight. He believes you. Oh, okay. I mean, no, I'm good. What can I help you with?
So
So,
I was kind of gifted something during the glimpse into our bleak future, and
you don't say. I like mysterious somethings.
Yes, the reason why I came to you, here, he'll kind of just like take it out of his like jacket pocket and just kind of present it.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that your future Adam gave you this.
He did, and frankly, I gave it to Oxus. Well, a future variant of Oxus, and he didn't seem to have any kind of knowledge about it whatsoever. So I figured, who better to know about machine work than, well, you?
Well, just looking at it simply, I can tell you this. 1, I think it's magical. I think. 2, it is a stopwatch. 3, that is about all I've got.
Like off the top of your head, or just as like a
just from-
professional analysis?
Just from a initial look, I do notice that it is not ticking.
Yes, and it's at the 8:37 is kind of the time that it's stuck on. Sorry, 8:35. Apologies, I had to read back on my notes. Shifty eyes.
Here, may I?
Of course.
And he will begin to investigate it. Interesting. By all accounts, this watch should be working. There's nothing broken. There's nothing that should, well, hasn't been tampered with. It should work. Was it working when he gave it to you?
God?
No, it was not.
No, unfortunately it was not, and I have a few theories myself, but I'm curious as to what your initial analysis of it would be.
Well, I could run some tests, but I'd hate to take this mysterious memento apart if I don't have to. Have you seen Adam recently?
Fortunately, no, I haven't seen him since the attack, when he went to go confront Marissa.
I think he's currently hanging out in the Enigma Gate.
That was going to be my other... That was actually part of my theory of taking it to the Enigma Gate.
I think you should bring it to him. He might... If he gave it to you, well, our version of him might have some sort of semblance as to why it's not working. Because that's the best I can... Unless you want me to start taking it apart, that's the best I can give you. I don't think you want me to take it apart.
Yeah, we're kind of pressed for time, honestly. I'll just go and ask the source.
Okay? If you need me to take it apart, he holds up a drill. Just come back and find me, okay?
Oh, what in God's name is that?
Oh, I made it. It's called Whirligig.
A Whirly Gig.
Yeah, I could probably come up with a better name. Like, I don't know,
Yes.
drill or something.
Okay, that's a little too on the nose.
Well, I mean, that is what it does. It drills things. Fee, fee.
Ugh. That's... Okay, that is odd.
Yeah, but it's handy.
I will take your word for it, and he'll collect the watch, and okay, so I'm looking over the bone, and it's plane shift at will, so it's only to the Feywild, or...
It is only to the Feywild.
Okay. Then he'll just do his plane shift proper to go to the Enigma Gate then.
Okay. It is technically a demi-plane, but that would be fine enough. I don't remember if plane shift can access demi-planes. I'm just going to assume yes for the sake of this.
I can double check.
Even if it doesn't, we're going to allow it. Smile.
Okay.
At least for now, considering this is story related. But you appear in the vast, empty, hyperbolic time chamber head-ass chamber that is the Enigma Gate. And sure enough, you see a single familiar individual standing there pondering the Enigma Gate.
Adam, it's so great that your beard has lessened these past few days.
Corvin! I don't know what that means, but I'm going to take your word for it and thank you graciously.
Oh, just it's nothing. Just went to a possible future and you were a dwarf, so you know
I was
it
a
has its ups and downs.
dwarf?
Yes, you died and apparently Flint brought you back, and and you turned into a dwarf.
Hate that. He's not even gonna insight you.
I mean, at this point, it's either he's telling the truth or he's bullshitting me, and it's few and far between.
Hate that. Anyways, what can I do you for?
Well,
I heard that you guys went through quite the adventure recently. I presume this whole to the future thing is part of that.
You have no idea how much time. Looks at the Enigma Gate and looks back at him. Do you have? Pun is definitely not intended.
Are you going to finish your line?
Sorry, I could have sworn that came out. He said, he said he looks to the gate, looks back at him. How much time do you have? No, the pun was not intended.
I thought you said, do you have? And then the pun is very much not intended, and so I was waiting for you to say the time.
It must have gotten cut out. That is
no. I think I just misheard it. I surely have time for you, my dear friend. What exactly are we talking about?
Corvin would just kind of give like a brief synopsis of like kind of what went down, mostly between himself, what happened to Adam, what Adam told us, as well as the pocket watch. Sorry, the stopwatch itself.
That explains why I've had a rather enrapturing voice in my head, telling me that I'll be seeing them soon. Got it. Okay.
Okay, let's expand upon that. What?
Yes, no, your friend Druilla said that they were going to assist us in getting this fucking thing to work.
Yes, they, because of her position now, she has a bit more resources to kind of help us figure whatever this is.
Yes, from what I've gathered, it was originally going to be called Adora, and now she's in that spot, and it was part of a deal, and details. But, so you have a pocket watch.
Yes, and I mean, you specifically handed this off to me, and I'm ever curious.
I sure did. May I see it? And he seems a little antsy.
He'll return it to the owner? ?
You hand the pocket watch to him, and he goes, My gods. Huh. You said future me gave this to you?
Yes, he was very adamant. I asked Oxus of that time to look at it, as well as Nicholas of ours, and none of them could make heads or tails of it, outside of dissecting it, which I figured is a kind of a waste of time at this current juncture.
No, I don't think we'll need to just dissect it. In fact, and he pulls out his pocket watch, which compared to the one that you were given is very bare bones.
That is okay. This is getting curiouser by the minute. It looks completely stripped compared to the, I guess, final product.
More importantly, note this. And he opens his pocket watch, which is working.
Then what significance does 835 mean?
That's a great question. I'm not sure there is a significance. But I gave this to you for a reason. Just need to figure out what that reason is. I obviously made this for a reason. What reason would that be?
Well,
if my guess is correct, based on what we're currently working on, it's not beyond the stretch of the imagination that perhaps this watch is some... No. No. He couldn't. I couldn't have. Could I have? I guess I had like 10 years.
Share with the class, Adam.
You? So hear me out. We're working on the Enigma Gate, right? 10 years go by. I have a lot of free time under the dogma, the ongoing dogma to do so. And perhaps beyond some stretch of belief, I am attempting to find a way to perhaps go back to the past. So I take my pocket watch and I convert it into some sort of control for the Enigma Gate.
So, like, this is something like a remote or something like that?
Very well, possibly. I can't imagine what else I would do this for. But then again, I guess 10 years is 10 years. But
Wait.
future me might be a genius.
Corvin? Sorry, so the I guess you could say the finished watch. Do the hands look like they can move?
Would you like to try?
Yes.
You open the pocket watch. There's a small, like, latch that keeps the layer of glass over the hands. You open it. There's a second hand, a minute hand, and an hour hand. Which hand do you move?
Playing it safe, let's do the minute hand, and let's turn it back 1 minute, so 8:34.
As you move it back slightly, you see as the Enigma Gate warbles, wibbles, and shifts ever so slightly.
Okay, we might have something here.
Holy shit. I did it. He did. Oh. Do you realize what this means?
We have access to time travel that's free and not having to worry about being shunned into a random timeline?
More than that. We have access to locating Marissa.
Oh, speaking of which, what do you know about phoenixes?
Jack shit. Except
Ow.
that they're big fiery birds, and when they die, they come back.
Well, this bird is definitely coming back.
I don't like that. Good to know. More research to be done. But regardless, at the moment, if we can find a way to configure this watch perfectly with the Enigma Gate and figure out exactly how to get it to work, we might be able to, I don't know, throw in coordinates or figure out where Marissa is. I'll just need time to figure that out. This might be the key to figuring out where they're hiding. Where she's hiding.
That is definitely my hope, and as well as a way to take her down once and for all.
As you guys are talking, you hear a familiar voice sort of echo in the chamber behind you. Well, it seems that you guys might not have needed to meet at all. As you turn around and you do, in fact, see the songbird, Juilla Ashinari.
A cheeky grin appears on his face as he does a full 90-degree bow. And we are graced by the Archfey of Nevillis.
I hate that.
Greetings, Mistress Ashinari. How fare you this fair afternoon?
I'm gonna strangle you.
Oh, you wouldn't.
She's quiet for a moment. She seems to be weighing her options. As for Adam, he turns to her. Miss Ashinari, Songbird. My name is Adam. I don't believe we've met, aside from, the whole talking in my head thing. Yes, Mr. Acosta, I regret that I am not very familiar, but, well, I'm sure Corvin can vouch for you.
I mean, I'm sure Corvo could as well, but I mean, I probably have a lot more knowledge than that asshole, but... Wait, who's talking? Me? Probably.
And you see Adam do a slight bow as well. And he goes, well, my lady, I'll make sure to I'll make sure that we get well acquainted. I think I would quite enjoy that. As for this, so we're trying to figure this gate out. And it sounds like this pocket watch is the key to doing such. Have you tried imbuing it with some sort of perhaps essence or magic?
Not at the moment. You actually just got here the moment we kind of made this realization. Haven't really gotten a chance to play with it.
May I?
Go for it.
You hand her the watch, and you see as she begins to hum a gentle song, and as she gracefully glides the hour hand along the base of the watch glows, and the Enigma gate begins to glow in tandem and wiggles and warbles significantly. You begin to see images. You begin to see images and places, people appear across the almost water-like screen. Navilis. Just as you left it only a day or two ago.
Alright, so it seems as though if we think it could teleport us there, or give something of. That's. He just kind of like stops himself and he has his hand on his chin. He's in kind of he looks like he's in deep thought.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's quite that simple, as I did not envision Navilis, yet that is what appeared on the screen. The screen, if you will. Adam will speak up. So there is some way to control it, and magic seems to be another means of empowering it. Okay, we can work with this.
Corvin would try to reach for the watch.
Druilla will hand it to you.
What slot should I be using to kind of empower this thing?
Whichever one you want.
Okay, for safety's sake, let's just go first level. And yeah, not really thinking about it. He's just gonna try to empower it with a first level spell.
Okay.
Just to see what happens.
What hand do you move?
The hour one, a little. He will move it back by one tick.
You move back the hour hand and you imbue it with a first level slot. And you see the interior of the mansion.
Okay, that. Just the interior, nothing like sounding out or anything.
No, as it does not appear to be a replay of the events that occurred in the mansion a short time ago.
Cool.
In fact, it seems odd. It's a bit... Would the mansion still be up? Because it lasts 24 hours, right?
If this is same day, then yes, it should.
It seems to be present time.
Okay, so whoever holds the watch as well as pulls the magical energy, it shows where they were prior to that time. where the... this is confusing yet intriguing.
I love me a good mystery, Adam says with
Yeah.
a smile.
Oh, trust me, this is a puzzle I want to solve, but I unfortunately don't have personal time for it.
Then don't worry. I believe Miss Ashinari and I are up to the task. Ma'am, he says, kind of nodding to the songbird, who in return smiles and goes, Yes, Corvin, I do believe that Mr. Costa and I are going to get along swimmingly.
He'll smile and look towards Adam. You always have a thing for powerful women. Are we alike?
More than you think, Corvin.
That scares me.
More than I think we both care to admit.
You know what? Fair, and we probably shouldn't speak of this ever again.
You both hear Druilla just kind of off, like a little bit of ways behind you, just kind of chuckling to herself.
Before he heads out, he will just kind of go, give a brief, handshake and kind of pull Adam into a whisper. Careful, she is a biter. And then just kind of head out.
Hey, yo! Okay.
Whether it's true or not is honestly up to him at that point.
Corvin, you make your way out, leaving the two of them to pursue in their studies and perhaps things that are not studies. You're not entirely sure. Possibly.
Their studies, physical and magical.
Yes, of course. Smile. You're going to cut away from there. Whew. Let us go on to our next individual. Flit. I believe you wanted to talk with a certain tiefling individual. A certain purple tiefling individual.
Yep. That was the case.
Yes. You go and you find your dear, sweet, beloved Reno, who appears to be deep in thought at the moment. Just not even in his own room, just inside the castle garden. And you do see off to the side Nexus training with Garrett in sort of like the little training courtyard, because there's an outside training courtyard and an inside one. They seem to be taking their training to the outside, and Nexus seems more intense than you're used to. But as you see Kore enter that scene, you decide that it is best left in her capable hands. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Smile. But as you look a little bit of ways away, you do see Reno, who's currently sat at the base of a tree, watching Nexus train and seemingly deep in thought.
But we'll saunter on over and casually just kind of sit next to Reno as he is occupied mentally. Let's go. I thought about spooking you, but I'm not really up for it today.
I certainly appreciate that.
Feels like it's been forever. But I guess it's really only been a couple days.
A lot has been happening. And every now and again I come out here while he's training the young boy, and I don't know, there's something about watching him that's almost rhythmic. It helps me think.
Well, maybe your mind is working as hard as he is, and you're just in sync.
Perhaps.
She's going to lean her head on his shoulder as they talk.
What do y'all talk about? Give me the deets.
Well, if you must know,
Spill the tea, bruv.
You know, I've been doing some thinking. A lot of thinking, obviously. But I've been thinking about, I guess, the future. A lot of the future. And what I can do to make it better. You know?
Get used to that. It happens. That will happen a lot.
Oh, wonderful. Sarcastically.
Then again, most don't live as long as I do. You, on the other hand, I don't know, you might have a solid chance, he says coyly.
Ah, how dare you have faith in me?
How
She
dare
gives
I
him a playful
indeed.
look. That being said, I was thinking about, well, everything that just happened. It was... She stutters, like she doesn't know how to quickly to broach this specifically, but she's gonna go, I think you've seen a lot of strange and powerful creatures in your time, right?
Oh, hundreds, thousands. All of them
I was-
fucking weird. But enchanting.
You should tell me about them sometime. I know I started out as just another one of those, but honestly, it intrigues me, you know?
At this point, he actually, looks to you. I'd love to.
I've been thinking about it's not a purely practical thing I'll open with, but I've been thinking about my shifting abilities, what Toshi allows me to do, and I feel like learning-
Toshi hearing his name will crawl out from your pocket into the scene.
hey, there he is. I feel like the wonderful gifts that you provide me with and help me with, I feel like if I'm going to get stronger with them, I should take a page from two of the most important people in my life. The one who looked after me and makes a habit of looking after others like me, and the one who shares my fate, looking over to Toshi. Gives a little one. And that wasn't the only thing I've been thinking about, looking over to Toshi again, regarding you.
Toshi will sort of tilt his head curiously.
Amidst everything that we've been thinking about, I'm free. Corladora is never going to look for me again.
I sense there's a but.
I'm free. But I'm not the only person who's still in Corladora's shadow at the moment. And looks on over to Toshi. When you saved my village by making Toshi, it was to keep them from Corladora, but Corladora is gone now. So I guess the question is it time to think about your future? Looking to Toshi.
Toshi kind of turns away just a little bit and kind of starts looking over to Nexus training. Reno looks to you and goes, "What do you think?"
I feel like Toshi's indecisive. I feel like I can provide some input, but when my tribe made the decision to become Toshi, it was still their decision, and you were advising them on that. I think I need to do the same. I think I can need to provide input for Toshi to make their choice. And I'd love to keep traveling with Toshi as much as possible. Toshi is a living being. They are their own person outside of their circumstance. And as much as I want to, as much as I think that they should have this choice right now, I can't help but think that we're going to need his help.
Toshi, kind of listening to what you says, he crawls off your shoulder and up into the tree above you. It's not a big tree, but it is. There's enough foliage in it to where after a moment he is a bit hard to spot and follow. A moment passes. You wait. Another moment. Then you eventually see him sort of sitting along one of the tree branches. Looking, thinking, considering. After about a minute of this, he looks down at you. And then he leaps off the tree and lunges down onto your face.
No, just for a second, just for like a frame, Flit's doing the Gmod flailing arms.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
And as Toshi sits upon your snoot, he looks you in the eyes and he goes, I don't think I'm ready yet.
And Flit smiles and says,
That's
"You
new.
don't have to be." What?
That's new, says Reno.
Well, with the talking.
The talking is in his Toshi form.
That is new. You get it? Getting sick of talking to me in my own voice? She says playfully, but she just kind of. I'm glad that you're telling me this. And it sounds like you're getting a bit stronger too.
You see as he gets up on his hind legs and he flexes.
That's a little new too. What have you been doing when I haven't been looking?
He shrugs.
You know what? I think ordinarily I wouldn't be surprised, but I do remember you turning perfectly circular when eating an orange. And
You say the word orange and he sort of perks up like,
fuck it. What do let me see what rations I have in my inventory. Do I have an orange?
yeah, I'll give you an orange.
Okay, but only because you did a lot of thinking and growing today. Hands over the entire orange.
As you hand over the orange, you watch as his mouth creaks open wider than it should, and there's the sound of a vacuum as it sucks the orange in. It is gone, and he's circular once more.
And he probably rolls off my stout.
Yep. And looking very proud of it.
Flit is going to, in character, chuckle and just kind of like, you truly are wonders. I just want you to know that, just independent of what you can do, where you came from, just the soul of Toshi is a wondrous thing.
As
gonna look-
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna look on over to Reno, see how he's kind of like taking things and what he's doing.
As you look over to Reno, he looks to you and he smiles. And then, Flit, you hear this as you see Reno sort of sit up at attention. The sounds of intense, heavy coughing. We will cut away from there. We will cut to our other scene. Corey.
Please.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, it's my turn now.
It sure is. You, with how the last few days have been, you realize that you could really go for a wonderful little time with a small child who you have been neglecting for a little bit.
Not willingly
neglecting.
neglecting.
Yes.
Missing.
And so you make your way through the castle, and you eventually make your way out into the castle garden / courtyard, where Garrett and Nexus appear to be in training. Nexus looks more intense, more proficient in his training than what you're used to. And as he does a very refined, like, spinning move into a slash, Garrett sees you. He goes, good. Let's take a break. No. We're not done yet. And Garrett looks to you. Very well. Keep at it then. 5 more. And he will walk past Nexus as Nexus resumes his movements. And he will put
Can
his
Cora
hand...
stealth to, she doesn't want to interrupt. Or can she wild shape to hide?
You don't need to, as Garrett will actually want to approach you.
Damn it, I was trying not to interrupt. Garrett, you suck. Anyway, continue.
He kind of comes up to you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. He's pushing himself too hard. His progress has been exceptional, but I'm unsure that his body will be able to keep up. You should talk to him.
I see.
And he will kind of pat your shoulder, and he will leave. Leaving just you and Nexus. Nexus, who doesn't seem to have noticed you yet, as he, again, does this twirling move into this slash, and it looks very, very nice. It looks very efficient. And with it, you notice that the wooden sword that he's using actually, like, part of it chips off. And as he stands there for a moment, sort of pulling back, he's breathing heavily.
Come.
Ah!
You didn't want to stop for a break. You're continuing, but not with drills.
Okay.
Just gonna sit on the ground and pat a space in front of her.
He will look to you. He will look to the dummy that he's been striking. He will look to his sword.
They'll be there when we're done.
He nods, still breathing a little hard, and he will set the sword down. He will come up to you and he will sit across from you.
And she'll fold her legs as if she's going to meditate too. And gesture for him.
He will follow as such. Corey, you with your passive perception, you do see what appears to be Reno and Flit a little bit across the way in the garden. They do seem to be watching absent-mindedly. But also
Coral will make
discussing
note,
amongst the
but-
two of them.
Coral will make note, but she won't. Now she won't eavesdrop. She's busy.
Mm-hmm.
Not eavesdrop, but read lips. Anyway,
Right.
it's still eavesdropping. All right, fold your hands in your lap. I need you to take some deep breaths for me. We're going to work on listening to our bodies. It is very important in and out of the battlefield.
Okay. And he will do such.
Just gonna wait a bit. Wait for him to stop breathing so damn hard, hopefully. Can she do a medicine check while she's doing?
Make me a medicine check.
24?
24. He is... First of all, the big thing that you notice is that your boy's getting a little lean. He's putting on a little bit of muscle.
Oh, he's losing the, little boy, figure and getting, aw,
Yeah,
he's growing up.
he's growing up. You can tell that he's been hard at work. And what Garrett told you before about him pushing himself too hard, based on just how he's breathing right now and his demeanor, his attitude, you can definitely see it. It is beginning to wear on him. Do you think that this was a good idea to basically force him into a break?
She's also gonna try and hit the points of listening to your fucking body.
As he begins to breathe slowly, with your medicine check, you do hear the slightest hint of rasping.
Your breathing's harsh. I need you to listen to your body. Feel your lungs. Is it hard to breathe? What's going on?
Make me a persuasion check with advantage. That's okay. Well, just everyone's working so hard, and with what happened recently with all those monsters, the big one included, I stood there and I watched and I just felt so helpless, and I want to be able to help. I want to protect people.
Nexus.
Both of my parents have had such legends behind them, legacies of doing such great things, but I'm still just the little kid that everyone needs to protect. I don't want to be that.
Nexus, that's not going to change for a while, and that's not a lack of effort or skill on your part. This isn't saying that you're hindering us. Nexus, your responsibility as a child is to grow up strong. But that being strong also means listening to your body and taking rest when you need to. A muscle can't build indefinitely. You have to take rest days. She's gonna put both of her hands on either side of his face. I need you to listen to what I'm about to say. Log this away for your future. You need to make time, or your body will take time. And at that point, you won't get to choose when. Okay?
Make me another persuasion check with advantage.
And
It wanted that
Will!
nat 20. Okay, yeah, sure.
$14.
He's quiet for a moment. Okay.
Things
And-
like legacies are really weird. The events that happened to your parents aren't really, they didn't seek it out most of the time. It
I
just
know
fell
about
into their
Dad.
lap. I'm not talking,
I know that he went out and I know that he's in trouble. I mean, I don't know, but I can feel it. He needs me.
He needs us, and he needs you to be safe. And continue training diligently as you have been while taking breaks. You're still young. At the rate you're pushing yourself, look, your brain is surpassing your body at this point. You're learning it up here, and she says, like tapping his forehead. You're learning it up here. But you need to take it slow so your body can grow and be able to handle it.
Okay. You can see he's got tears beginning to well up in his eyes.
You are going to be so strong and a great king and leader one day. But your father was also a little kid just like you. And his responsibility is the same as yours. To grow strong and to be safe.
There's a moment of quiet. I keep thinking about Mom.
Yeah.
Dad tried his best to keep it from me, but I know that she was here in the castle. I still don't know why she took me and then just gave me up again. I don't.
Nexus, it's been a long time since we've had this discussion. But
Sorry.
you see, we want to take breaks. Are you okay?
And you see as this immense coughing fit begins to overwhelm him. And he lurches over. As he
Corey's gonna
coughs
send for
up,
Diana with the sending stone.
Okay. As he coughs up this, I would call it a glob of blood, but that would be too kind. It is almost black in color. What do you say to Diana?
Fuck, I forgot where we are exactly, but that.
You're in the castle. You're in the castle courtyard.
Come to the courtyard, Nexus coughed up something black.
You'll immediately get a message back. I'm on my way. Flit, you and Reno across the way see this begin to occur. Nexus has lurched over. He's now basically down on all fours, just coughing and coughing and coughing. Corey, it has been a hot minute since you've seen one of his coughing fits. This is something unlike anything you've seen thus far. You've never seen him cough up shit like this before. Sure, like the occasional little bit of blood, some spit. This is a rather sizable glob of. You're not even sure how to describe it.
Am I able to do? Can I try Greater Restoration while waiting for Diana?
Sure. You want to do Greater Restoration? Go for it. Throw it up
Yeah.
for me.
While this is going on, Flit is immediately running over, scrambling to get to Nexus.
Mhm. You and Reno make it over just as Corey, you begin to cast Greater Restoration. Go ahead and burn the material component. And as you cast the spell, the coughing calms down, but it does not stop. But he has, at least for the moment, stopped hacking things up. He can now stop and breathe. Alright. I'm scared.
It's okay. I'm here with you. Diana's on her way. We're gonna figure this out, and then we're gonna figure out a treatment, okay?
Okay.
Just hold on. Tell me what you're feeling, okay?
My chest hurts.
How? Is it throbbing? Is it hot? Is it cold?
It's like
Does it feel heavy?
it's like static.
Can I roll a medicine check?
Roll medicine check. Corey, you can as well
Help.
if you wish.
Help her for advantage, I guess? Or do we
Sure.
just both do one?
Whichever one you guys want to do.
I got an 11 in medicine, so.
Advantage to you. You're the higher.
Oh, thank you for that. 26.
Flip, much like I said with Corey, you guys are well familiar with these coughing fits. You guys haven't seen one of these in actually quite a sizable amount of time. And this is easily the worst that you've seen. Static to the chest, though, that doesn't sound normal.
I need this static in the chest. This is new. This is
That's
different.
magic. That can't be physical.
Let's take him to his room. Someplace outside of... away from prying eyes, says Reno.
You're
I
right.
agree.
She'll scoop him up and start running.
As the three of you begin
And she'll
to...
send to Diana as we go, updating her.
Yeah.
Where we go.
As the three of you begin to move, you pass Garrett, who, kind of seeing what is going down, goes, "Shit, clear the way!" Kind of yelling to some of like the servants down the hall. You watch as he pushes a guard to the side who was coming. This poor guard who was coming down the way.
Corey's gonna like stop him with like a single fist. Discretion. Discretion amongst the servants.
Is Diana on her way?
Yes. Then she's gonna start running again.
He will stop you, Flit. I'll make sure that nobody is able. I'll make sure that everyone else stays away.
Thank you, Garrett.
Go.
Flip will take off.
The group of you bring Nexus to his room. He is now warm to the touch. He's running a fever. This coughing, for the most part, has seemed to resided, aside from the occasional fits, but he's no longer coughing up stuff. You see that a little trickle of whatever that gross black mess he coughed up was has now trickled sort of down from the corner of his mouth.
Flit.
Yeah, let me get something, and she's gonna reach in. She's gonna find like an empty potion bottle.
Reincarnation!
Joke. Yeah, she's gonna pull out an empty bottle, and she's going to collect some of it.
I'm not saying lick it, but I need you to identify that.
Bleh.
Please do not lick this. Figure out.
No, I'm not gonna lick it. No.
Good.
I will see if I can't get anything from this though.
The two of you will notice that Reno is no longer with you, by the way.
Uh-oh.
And a few
That's not-
moments will pass, and he will enter the chamber with the large glob of shit Nexus coughed up in the courtyard, trapped in almost like this drift globe style bubble.
Oh, good call.
Figured it was best to keep this away from prying eyes, and perhaps we can learn something. You guys begin to care for Nexus in the best that you can.
Damn it! If only I had my legend lore.
You can Hey, you can still cast it. You just get one free cast of it.
Don't have this stuff.
I'll let you if you don't
I just
have
burn the gold.
Yeah, if you don't have the material component for it in this circumstance, I'll just let you burn the gold. Because what is it? 250 gold of ivory strips is a very specific component.
And then 4 ivory strips worth at least 50, so that's 200 more gold, so that's 450 total.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I don't mind burning it, I still got plenty, but
mhm.
if you're cool, I don't know if I have time. Where's Diana?
After a few minutes, Diana will burst in. Nexus! What happened?
He's feeling static in his chest. He's warm now. Oh, can she shape water, like ice, under his back or under his shirt or whatever?
Yeah, like
Is this
cold
warm?
compresses?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Let me take a look. And Diana will come over and she will also roll a medicine check on dear old Nexus. Nexus has stopped talking at this point. He's still conscious, but he's really far out of it. Diana is going to... I don't know if either of you want to give her advantage.
I'll help.
Yes. Can I give Wheel?
Is a 27. You could give Wheel if you want.
Hold on.
I had a horrifying thought. I'm really hoping it's not the case.
Josh,
I'm
I'll put it in the
curious.
universe.
Color me curious.
I will not speak until this medicine check goes through.
30.
That is a 30. God, this is worse than it's ever been. Did either of you try Greater Restoration?
Yes. Immediately, almost.
Okay, that's not going to work then.
I've got something here. I don't know if this will help, and I'm going to hit Nexus with a heal,
Okay.
as it works on diseases.
It sure does. As Diana looks like she's preparing to cast a spell, you come over and... Sorry, I envisioned the very light, wet slap noise as you put your hand against Nexus's forehead. Just like that.
See, I picture licking her tongue, and then it's sparkling with magic, and then slapping him. Hello, Simba.
All I think of is Steven's magical kisses.
This is gonna look weird, but I need to do it.
Simba. Fuck, that was funny, Pug. As a child is possibly dying.
Sorry. I'm coping with almost losing my child humor.
It was my
I'm sorry.
fault. It was my fault. Flit, you cast heal on Nexus. And you feel the fever begin to go down. The coughing lessens. And Nexus very quietly goes into a bit of a sleep. as things seem to be better.
Oh, okay. That was horrifying.
What happened?
Oh
Dia
no,
says, turning to you.
we were talking. I took him away from his drills because Garrett said, it was Garrett who's training him, right?
Yes.
Garrett said that he's been training too hard and his body couldn't take it. So I hijacked his lesson a little bit. We were having a sit down and talk about listening to our bodies. And then he started asking about his mom. I was
His
about to tell
mom?
him how he asked, oh God, what did he ask? He asked why he couldn't understand why she came back to get him and then abandoned him again. Or like, when they brought him back.
He hasn't
was a
slept in 2
long-
days.
What?
What?
As you all turn
Where
to,
was that?
as you all turn to Garrett, who is at the door.
She zooms like into his face, like not hitting him, but just with the very flat, dead eyes right in his face. Where was that before?
He asked me not to tell you. And I told him I only would. I told him I wouldn't tell anyone, provided that he only goes as far as his body will take him. No more.
Well, he pushed past that.
Yes, I realize that, and I gracefully accept the blame for that. I should have stopped him. I should have told you. I know. That is my own fault. That is my mistake. And it will not happen again. I trusted him. I didn't think it would get this bad.
She's gonna like pull him at. Is she like pull him for like a light headbutt? Like,
Yeah, you can.
yeah.
Ow.
Trusted a child. A very smart child. But a child who has a lot going on around him and a lot on his shoulders and something already ahead down for him the road in the future. He was trying to keep up with all of us. We're more than twice, triple his age.
He deserves to know.
Now what? We don't even know why they did that.
He deserves to know what exactly you all are dealing with. It's eating him up inside.
At the beginning, I told him that something was wearing his mom's face.
What exactly do you know about his mother?
Coy looks between Diana and Garrett and everyone, really. She was really strong. She was
But what?
incredibly talented.
But what exactly?
She got into argomancy.
I fought beside that woman. People we know died fighting for her cause and her beliefs. Ariana died for her plan. And he still doesn't know anything about who she was.
You won't always not know. When this is over, I plan to research a lot.
This
Unders-
can no longer wait until it's over. If we let this fester like some sort of plague, this child's going to die.
I'm going to figure something out. She's gonna take. She doesn't have to have the glob out, does she?
What do you mean?
To study the glob, to legend lore it.
Oh. Sure. If you have, you have the potion bottle, I believe, yes? Well, actually, no, you don't have to have the
But-
glove. Never mind.
I
never
was saying,
mind.
I don't need
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
So, if it's all right, I'd like to say something.
Please.
Float's gonna pipe up. Doesn't he? If we're going to go up against Aurelia, wouldn't it be better for him to know what his mom was like before all of this? Who she was as a person, not as she is now?
Tomorrow when I have another slot, I need more. I'm tapped for today. I need to study what
You
came
can
out of
upcast
him.
legend lore if you wish to. You can use
What
like
level is it? I had it under 5th.
You can have it under 5th, but you can use like a 6th or 7th spell slot for legend lore.
I don't have those yet. I have only.
Did you just get your 6th level?
No, that was a misunderstanding. It was Roll20 being strange in a butt.
Because I decided to put in the multi-classing options a martial thing, which I didn't really need to do apparently.
Yeah. So I think what probably happened was, you know, that weird thing where like how Frost has spell slots above what he can actually cast.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what was happening, except it shouldn't have been.
Yeah. So I don't have it yet. That'll be next level if we get it before endgame.
I was gonna say, my question was, do you only have the 1/5 level slot?
Well, I'm about to study what just came out of him. I can't exactly study his mom.
Might.
Oh, okay.
Should I study his mom instead?
Might not be a bad idea.
I mean, I'll ask that in character. She'll ask this, like, I was gonna use my last bit for today to study what came out of him. Should I do a background check on her?
If I may.
I don't know. Okay.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say if I may as Diana.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure Legend Lore would even work on that. Gestures to the blob.
I think at this stage, with every passing moment, there's more and more that we truly don't understand about Aurelia and the person that she was. It might not be a bad idea to figure it all out now, while it's most relevant. Because while Garrett is being a little cold, and you see Garrett shrug, he's not wrong. Nexus deserves to know. We all deserve to know.
Do we want to wait until he wakes up? Or do we want to do it now?
No. By the time we're done,
If you guys
and she'll hold out her hands to Flit and Diana. Garrett, stand watch over everything.
Will do.
Flit will extend her hand.
And Garrett will close the door behind him, and you guys won't see it, but he'll be standing on the other side of the door. Waiting.
Garrett,
Yes?
I better hear if that boy gets a splinter from now on.
You have my word.
I'll have your word or your femur.
I knew that was the reason I liked you.
Get in line. She's just smiling as she like waves her hand away.
And he will close the door, sealing the group of you inside. Do you guys want Reno in on kind of in the room during this as well, or just do you want him to hang outside with Garrett?
Truth be told, since this takes a little bit, it might just be a good idea to have him to keep an eye on Nexus.
That's what I was actually having him do.
Okay, perfect. Garrett will,
He'll just lean against the door. It's like salute, like okay, like takes his post at the door.
Garrett will take his post at the door. Reno will take his spot at Nexus's side. Corey, I believe you are going to cast Legend Lore on Aurelia Aragon.
Yes, give me a minute to get my pen ready. I know you'll probably give it to us, but I still want to have a pen ready.
Okay.
And also, let me do my math real quick.
Your math!
Yeah, because it's eating the gold.
Math. I told y'all we're in it for today.
Math's done.
Math done. Okay. Let me find some music for this. There's one specific
Damn it, Joe, I've
track-
got Doritos. I have my chip, and I eat it.
Corey, you with Diana and Flip present. You cast Legend Lore on Aurelia Aragon. Much like before, your vision fades. You see years, days, years, decades play out before you. Aurelia Ashburn was born into a renowned noble home. Growing up, she had everything she could imagine, though simple books and stories interested her more than anything else. Even more so, the tales and mythology of gods and monsters. She had become absorbed in the musings of the gods and thus pursued a life within the church. She had never experienced the hardships of the world, as her desires had always been fulfilled. But as she witnessed the hardships that befell those outside of the grace of monetary gain, she devoted her life to helping those in need. As she came of age, her fate collided with those you'll find yourselves familiar with. Cedric Aragon, Theon Dragonhawk, Reno Kairos, and many others. This powerful and proficient group took on many threats until the apex of the Zendarian War and the rampage of the god tyrant Normandir. Aurelia always acted as a voice of reason and a kind heart in the midst of this group. The party fought and struggled and fell and lost. Desperate, Aurelia turned to every magical text and ritual she could procure. This was until she discovered the works of Argomancy. This knowledge was powerful, corrupting, but not indefinite. With a powerful enough safeguard, the dark burden created by Argomancy could be weathered. These safeguards came in the form of the vestiges created by the Court of Dragons, the artifacts you guys have been hunting. Though she dared not confess the dark nature of the ritual she had created, the web of Erebus. And even then, one can only be so protected from such an overwhelming darkness. In exchange for the power to banish Normandir to an eternal prison, Aurelia had to absorb the dark energy generated by the ritual itself. This power plagued her body as the years went on, eating away at her like a parasite. She sought cures and magic to cure her ailment, but it was only a matter of time before it took her, and she knew it. Even more so, she theorized that the Argomantic influence that would take over her essence should she die and return from death. Thus, she made the most of the time she had left, helping those she could, being a caring and loving queen and wife. It all came to a head with the birth of her one and only heir, Nexus Aragon. The combination of her illness and the overwhelming nature of childbirth proved too great for her body. Thus, on her deathbed, she confided in her husband her final wish: to not be brought back from death, for she knew what would happen if she did. And, on her deathbed, she beheld her final curse. A semblance of the illness she had lived with for eons, years, had passed on to her son. A semblance of the argomancy she'd been cursed with now existed in him, festering like a plague, growing as time goes on. The vision ends. You are returned back to the chamber. As you now know the truth. Nexus has been corrupted by argomancy.
Angry
Flit-
tears are gonna start flowing down Corey's face.
Flit just kind of collapses in shock for a second. My goodness. She was such a kind and caring soul, but even Argomancy leaves such a stain. And she looks on over to Nexus.
Diana, you see, begins to break down in the center of this chamber.
Corey's gonna hold her.
Flit will join.
She sacrificed herself, knowing what it would do to her, knowing the curse that she had put upon herself. Gods.
Nexus innocent in all of it.
Corey.
Right.
To know.
Corey, as well as, well, I guess everyone here, medicine checks.
Okie dokie.
With advantage.
20.
27?
Then I'll let Diana roll as well. All three of you kind of connect the dots with Aurelia's condition and the truth of the argomantic essence that imbued her body. Nexus pushing himself gave way to this essence inside of his own body, and it is now taking a toll on him. Thanks, Nug. Way to kill the mood, bud. As he came up under my desk and fucking burped.
I pray that this episode that he had through his training is a one-off and not a dam breaking. But even if it is, I don't know if he'll take that. I don't know if he could be convinced to just stop.
Not everyone is gifted with brawn. And he showed promise and magic. We'll see what his body can handle. I hope you're right, too, that it's not a dam bursting. I really don't want trial and error with him.
No. He doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve this.
Does
As
she know?
What'd you say? What did you say, Punk?
Does she know?
I have to imagine she would.
I think she's
wa-
beyond knowing. There's so much dark energy in her now, as we've been led to believe. I'm not sure what there is left of her. The Aurelia that I knew.
Corey's just gonna bite her lip and hold Diana tighter.
Flit is going to look at Diana just square in the face. Aurelia was almost too, in a way, she was almost too strong for argomancy. And I could see it when we were beneath Drakenheim Manor. When we met the first time. Cold, uncaring shell of a former self that had no semblance of a soul would not have reacted the way that she did when we mentioned her son's name. Even
She
now,
sure reacted when I mentioned Cedric's, though.
even now, there's some part of her that fights. I'm sure of it. She's gonna look to Diana. I think deep down, you know that we have to help that small part.
As those words resonate in the minds of the 3 party members currently within the chamber, as a tired, corrupted Nexus Aragon now slumbers. That is where we are going to end for tonight.
Yay!
Yay!
My son.
I fucking called it.
Oh. What a doozy.
Like, above game, I have been annoying people in this party with 80% of what just fucking got revealed to us for like 2 fucking years.
Hey, the kid's dying. Merry Christmas!
Thanks, Tart.
Christmas. Hey, you know what's worse?
We don't have a session.
What
We don't have a session next week.
No?
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
Or the week after.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my DM gave to me
Birds.
Drama.
Trauma.
a
Cancer.
traumatized and dying Sonny.
With that
Why is-
being said,
Why is that song all birds?
thank you for
All
joining
birds.
us tonight, gamers. As just mentioned, as next week is Christmas Eve, we will not be hosting our game for the session or for that week. We may do a session on the 31st for New Year's. We are still determining. Where next session we got a little bit of stuff to wrap up before we start the next arc, including a few items for your group to procure. Rugar is hard at
Oh.
work. But
And Lily's gonna get more lore.
Rune mommy.
but with that being said, thank you all for
What the
joining us
What
tonight.
kind of noise was that?
Only one that I have the power to make. With that being said, let's go ahead and start sending it around the horn. Let's start with our sad peeps. Let's start it with Punk.
Hey everyone, my name's Punkyard Dog. You all can find me on Twitch, Blue Sky, Instagram, all that goodness at Punkyard Dog. I'm gonna try and start cutting back my hours at work so I can start getting back to streaming. I'm most active on Instagram and Blue Sky. Tart? Or is it my choice?
It's your choice.
Oh, for fellow sad Pete. CG, where can they not find you?
Hi, I am the CG. You can find me being sad. Also, you can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me on various Good Beans D&D channels such as twitch.tv/burnoutlawn, where our Saved by the Spell Strixhaven campaign is in full swing. We had 2 weeks back to back, so this upcoming Saturday is an off week, but week after, we should be good to go for another session in which we are currently trapped in a tomb and also trapped by a sandstorm. It's good times, probably not going to end well. Mysterious voice calling my name, not a fan. But you can also find me
Never good.
here in 2 days for Festive Fantasy. Our party met the equivalent of all of the gods of the world. Don't call them gods, though. They hate that. And they said, hey, guys, there's some shit that we can't handle. Can you go handle that? So that's going to be fun. Tune in next Tuesday and keep tuning in Tuesday for the foreseeable future, as Festive Fantasy is weekly for this month. But after it is done, we shall return to Rascals in Ravnica. I throw it on over to slightly less sad, more pensive Lily River Go.
Oh no, I'm absolutely sad, but that's internally.
What about
am-
externally?
I haven't cried today, so
I
I think
did.
I'm doing
Today,
pretty
he says.
good. I did cry yesterday, but that's because I'm a sad bitch. But you can find me at Wicked River 97, where I am a hell of a boss VTuber who I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. We're working on it. I have my
Same, bro.
birthday coming up.
Whoa.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing for that either. But I have plans, none of them which ever go to plan. So you get to stay tuned for my fucking disaster. Joe, please go. For a fellow disaster.
Fucking call me out like that, okay? I see how you are, bro.
Love you too, bruh.
There are so many things in motion that nobody here besides River understands. Hey, y'all. I'm gonna drop the. I was going to do a bit, but I'm just not gonna do it just because my voice sucks. Anyway, just please go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the Farting Tarts YouTube channel because it's actually a really cool YouTube channel. Y'all should be a part of it, part of the community. I mean, the Discord's right here as well. Fucking join it. It's awesome. You get updated whenever Tart goes live.
I just uploaded the Dark Souls 3 finale.
Yeah, you want to see him get his ass beat by the Nameless King? Fucking watch that shit. Anyway, what was my train of thought?
Because I did it. Spoilers.
I know. I saw it happen, champ. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Dad.
No problem, son. Anyway, speaking of stuff, go ahead and also ring the bell to be notified whenever he posts a new video, so you'll be notified when something like that will come up on your YouTube feed, because YouTube's algorithm is fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, I'm gonna throw it on over to the cooler aspect of my brain. Frost, go.
We both know that is a fucking lie.
Your name is Jay Frost. Obviously, you are literally the cooler one.
You can't argue with that.
I can argue with it. I have law. But hi, everybody. Twitch, Twitter, JFrost747. Find me on Good Beans channels like this every Sunday for War of the Shattered Sun. Tuesday for this entire month for our Festive Fantasy. as well as our returning Rascals in Ravnica campaign when that picks up after the month of December. And on Saturdays over at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn for our Saved by the Spell crew, where they are delving into a desert dungeon. Cannot wait to see how this is going to turn out. You can also find me hopefully starting up soon with some streaming. Probably going to pick up and do some Final Fantasy Tactics, and also probably do a Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke sometime in the future.
Oh?
Yeah. I have gotten an itch for Pokemon. I want to play it. But besides that, that's enough out of my book. And I believe that's everybody that's in here that's gone. So, hey, DM,
Ah,
take this back.
ah! It's alive! It's a snake!
Ah, shit, I knew I shouldn't have thrown my
No,
staff
mine's
down.
on my neck.
Milo?
Milo. My Lulu.
Oh,
Milo?
I hope the Milo is doing well.
Yeah.
But yes, hello! My name is Foreign Tart. I am your humble dumble master and host for the evening. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I was so excited for this session because I was like, oh, we're gonna have a fuck ton of lore drops. Let's go! Let's go! So yeah.
Man, I already had to like fill half of the page.
Yeah. Oh, rest in peace to your notes pages, your notebooks and such. With the shit I've now put in Lord Drop.
Yep.
I just
hope
put a
you
footnote
heard
in my
that.
notes that says "See lore drops."
See, no shit. Like I've been waiting on some of this shit forever, dude. So I'm so glad we got to touch on them. Which above game, if y'all have any questions for me regarding any of the stuff just covered today, please feel free to ask me and let me know. But yes, I have been your host, your humble dumbo master. This week, more D&D. Let me just kind of quickly go through the week. So tomorrow we have the epilogue. I believe it's going to just be a short session for a Horror of the Dragon Queen because we finished it. We beat up an adult white dragon at level 6.
Good shit.
That's actually a really
Ew.
decent level for it.
Nice.
Mhm.
It got really scary for a moment because suddenly the dice went, yeah, your attacks are going to start. Your attacks are going to stop hitting. Stares at me, who rolled 4 attacks as a monk and it missed every single one.
Fire. Fired again. I missed. I missed both times.
It was very painful.
And a
But
popsicle that I missed.
we finished it, and we're gonna do our epilogue tomorrow. So make sure to tune in for that. Jake's channel. Tuesday, Festive Fantasy, as CG already mentioned. Wednesday, I believe Wednesday is more Lethal Company. With a bigger lobby. Than we'd had for the last session because holy fuck, that game is so much fun to do with friends.
Is it?
It was such a blast. We played it for like 3 hours on, I believe it was Thursday or Friday, and it was some of the most fun I've had like recently. It was so much fun. So I'm excited to do more of that. It's also going to get the TikTok TikTok page thriving for a week or two. So
Oh yeah, I gotta shout out the fucking TikTok page now.
I uploaded a TikTok like 2 days ago from that game, and it's already my most viewed TikTok. So yeah. Thursday, I think is going to hopefully be Vampire with Nero. I had some shit go down on Friday night when I was supposed to do Vampire with Nero, so we had to reschedule. So we'll likely do it this Thursday. And then Friday, you won't get jack shit on Friday. Maybe Borfin Boys, but probably not because I have a button coming to town.
One.
Ugh.
I have a button for Crisium. After Friday, I'll be gone for a
Santa
little bit for
baby.
Chrism and such for Harlem
Little
days.
frosted bun under the tree. For tart.
But yes. So many a thing I will keep you guys updated with future stuff for after the holidays, such as like when our next session is. Our next session is either going to be, and we're going to decide that real soon, is either going to be on New Year's Eve or New Year's or in 2024. We will find out. But
Your
nice.
Your light in April?
Yeah.
your forger.
Your forager. But yes. With that being said, we gotta rate someone. Who's live? I see a Marv. I see a Brawl. I see a
Zacho.
Sega. I do see a Zacho. I
Zacho?
haven't had a chance to rate Zacho in a hot
Can we rate
Oh,
Zacho?
oh, and Zacho's playing Alan Wake, so he's cheating.
Yeah.
He's cheating.
What do you mean?
Maybe he's cheating.
How's that cheating?
Because
Putting his thumb on the scale.
yeah, because he obviously cheated and knows that I fucking adore Alan Wake, and it's one of my favorite horror games of all time.
Okay,
He's
I will.
cheating.
I will
should
say
play
this
it
to be
sometime
fair.
then for you.
I will say this to be fair. He actually put up a poll of like what games to play after he finished the Spyuda Man game.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Duel, and everyone just voted Alan Wake.
Good. Alan Wake is fucking great. But with that being said, let's go raid Zacho Duo.
Harass the Neko Man.
Yes. What should our raid message be?
Kids got
Well,
Your word or your
No.
femur.
Lord drops do 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 do. Lord drops do
I
do do
I
do.
was
Yeah,
thinking
Lord
more of
drops.
an Alan Wake based thing. Damn, we got 19 viewers, y'all.
I
are
haven't
crazy.
played it before.
Oh, I didn't even
capped
see
off
that
at
Bev
21.
rated us. Oh my
Yep.
god. Hello?
Sorry, we were busy being sad.
Yeah, I was busy fucking traumatizing my crew.
I don't think I noticed either. I'm head, dude.
They are traumatized. I
Bev
was
and
having a
Rabbit,
good
I hope
day.
y'all had a great time with It Takes Two. Oh my god, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
the raid. I
We
love
love
you,
you,
Bev.
Thank you
Bev.
for raid.
I love
Thank
you
you
so
for
much.
sticking around.
We're gonna just make the raid message. Hey Al. And then,
Alan.
Hey, Al.
and then tart bark if you have it.
Alan.
Bark.
Alan.